Tired of feeling tired? Done with diet culture? Overwhelmed by conflicting nutrition and fitness messages? Then join us, your hosts of the Nutrition Revolution podcast, as we take a deep dive into all things women's fitness and nutrition. I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Tabitha. And together we are debunking diet culture myths and giving you the tools you need to finally see the results you're looking for. It's time to revolutionize your nutrition and training.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yes, welcome. Season 2, hard to believe it, right?
I know, getting ready.
Super proud of us. Look at us, old pros here.
We're basically pros. Do you have a good summer?
We should write a book. How to podcast.
Okay. Maybe
a podcast on podcasting
for dummies.
Yeah, we had a great summer. How about you?
Good. It was a lot of just hanging out, chilling, relaxing.
The best
kind. It was
kind.
really fun. Taking off from not just the podcast, but just in general. I didn't put a whole lot of effort into building anything. It was just enjoying what I have now and cultivating those things. And now I'm ready to get going again.
Love it. Yeah. Enjoying the season you're in.
Yeah, exactly.
Making the most of that. Yeah. No, I agree. We, we did some traveling and that was really fun. Made some great memories and just enjoyed parts of the world. But also had a lot of chill days and nights and just enjoyed each other's company and my kids, like they're teenagers, so they love being with their friends. So they got to do a lot of fun things with their friends and just spend time together.
Isn't it weird now? They go off and do stuff with your friends and with their friends and you're like, I have so much more time on my hands.
It is very interesting. Yeah. Well, see, they also need me though for rides and money.
Yes.
So I spend a lot of my time being the Uber, but I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do that for them.
Good.
So
it is fun watching them experience life and kind of grow up and be on their own little people. That's been a lot of what we've been watching this summer too. So, well, us getting back on track with podcasting means there's a lot of people who are getting back into their routines with school and life and work and saying goodbye to summer, and we got to get going on our
back on track of the podcast and back on track with our fitness and nutrition after summer break. Reestablishing habits and routines and getting back to our why.
Yeah, I've had a major influx of people reaching out saying, I need a reset. Help me get started on my, nutrition. It's been crazy this summer. And I feel like that's a lot of us. Like summer takes over and we have all these ideas of, I'm going to do this and this and this. And then next thing you know, it's September and you haven't done any of them. And it's like, well, now I can get back on track because the kids are in school and routines are getting established. And so I think mine's a little different because my kids are homeschooled. So things change and we're not sitting and doing our schoolwork, but I have to actually get myself together and be like, today is the day we are starting school. Cause it's so easy just to keep doing what we've been doing all summer and be like, oh, well, your friends are in school. So I guess we should sit down and do some school now too. But your kids go to school. So you have a date that they've picked for you that you have to get started. So what are some things that have changed for you since your kids have been back in school for 2 weeks now?
The early morning is a real slap in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
With teenagers comes the beautiful gift of super quiet mornings and kids that want to sleep as late
all
as
summer.
Exactly. As late as I'll let them or as they can. So that's the biggest transition in my house is always the alarm in the morning and adjusting. And I used to be a stickler when they were, years ago, kind of like reintroducing the alarm and time that they had to go to bed and get up, 2 weeks or so before school. But anymore, I'm just like, all right, let's soak up every last minute. We'll figure it out. I mean, they have their alarms. They get themselves up.
Yeah.
They're teenagers too. Like I've got to make them be responsible for themselves in some way. So that doesn't happen anymore. It's pretty much that it's just like diving right headfirst into it and walking around like zombies by the end of the first week while your body adjusts, which I know is not the healthiest in the sense of it's stressful and everything, but I also feel like it's life. This year, because my daughter went into high school, we had, and she plays volleyball, which is a fall sport for girls. So her summer kind of ended around August 11th when DIAA all athletics in the state had the green light to have tryouts and then preseason. So for a while she had like 2-a-days for volleyball. And then like the week before school started, it went to just one afternoon practice. So and it was like at 3:00. So it's like that time in the day where, it's time, you're not like, if you're down at the beach or whatever, you're not going to do that.
Right.
I guess anymore. Or at least I'm not, because like I'm not packing up and driving an hour to have to turn around and come back a few hours later. So I feel like our summer, as far as just the chill, not much going on, kind of wrapped up after that first week of August. So we've had a little bit, I guess, of getting back into it, where she had to be there, I think at like 9 a.m.
Okay.
So, had to get up by like 8, which now that sounds like sleeping in compared to getting
what
up
it
before
was.
6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of friends and clients and, people who have reached out that the morning routine is changing. And some of them are really excited for it because it kind of forces you to address what you haven't been doing. And now you're back into it. Like, oh, I used to do this. Why did I stop doing it? Oh, because summer just was off the rails. So, one of the things that I always tell people is like, when you start getting back into the school routine, start addressing some of the things that you've wanted to work on yourself. So whether it's creating a new habit or changing, like I have people who don't eat breakfast. Now's a great time to start eating breakfast, introducing those things, or, I don't work out. Now's a great time to start adding in the workout, because you're going to have, time frames that you're focused on or have to have planned for you, school bell schedules, bus stops, picking things up. You have that kind of built in, and it's really actually a great time to start creating some habits along with those things.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think it's also really important to acknowledge the transition that you were just in, right? Because I've heard from clients saying that I don't even know what happened. Like I had the best of intentions this summer to stay consistent with my fitness, to make sure that I was getting the nutrition that I needed. And then it just seems like everything unraveled. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, acknowledge the transition. Yeah. What unraveled? Nothing unraveled. It was just life happened. Summer means traveling.
Right.
So you're not in your home element. You don't have access to all of the things that maybe help support you with your healthier habits. There's going to be cookouts, and there's going to be late nights with friends.
Crappy hotel gyms.
Or no gym at all. Later nights, less structure, that you kind of then can fall into this, okay, well, the kids are not doing as much, or, there's less structure in their day. They're just out hanging around. So then maybe, even if you are someone that still has a traditional 9-to-5 job, when you know that your kids are either just at home or they're going to date, it's not the same like rigmarole as the school year. It's easy for you to get out of your habits. So I think acknowledging the transition is the first step. Just being like, okay, this happened. Yep. This was summer. This is why. And then giving, like, no guilt is needed here. It's normal for routines to shift seasonally, and you don't need to have any guilt over it. Yeah. So let it go.
Yeah. And maybe you weren't doing your gym workouts the way that you were, but you were probably walking and doing a lot more outside stuff than you realized too.
Yeah, hopefully.
So,
yeah. So, I mean, if you fall off, if you feel like you've fallen off, I would reframe it that you were living.
Yeah. I love that.
That you lived. And now it's about resetting and remembering your why, and then making an action plan that's realistic to get back to where you want to be. And kind of getting that routine and that schedule back to a place that you feel good about and that fills your cup. Yeah. And I think there are, at times we tend to maybe be like, okay, it's going to be an overhaul and it's going to be everything. And I would encourage listeners to just reset gradually.
Yes. So one of the things that I tell my clients is, before you even get started on telling me all of the things you want me to fix for you, first of all, what is like one area that you really want to work on? Like what, is it nutrition? Is it fitness? Like what is one thing that you want to do? And so I try to ask them the question of like, okay, it's October or September, wherever we are now. And what is one thing, like who do you want to be for the rest of this year, right? Like we have a couple months left. Who do you want to be for the rest of the year? And let's focus on that. So like for me personally, I think last season we talked about, like, I was reading my Bible. This season I've been trying to like focus on the New Testament and like reading that thing. Like, that's one person I want to be, is someone who reads my Bible every day. So that is like top priority. That's what I do. If I miss it, I haven't missed it yet, thankfully, because that's been my major focus, not all of the things. So who is the person that you want to be? Figure that out, and then go from there of like setting those, like you said,
what are the steps I have to take to become that person? So this is the person I want to be. This is the kind of lifestyle I want to have. Now, what are the things that I need to do every day that are going to make that become a reality?
Right. Exactly.
Help me become that person that I would like to be.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good point and something to focus on with this getting back on track, getting back into your routine is, okay, who do I want to be? What do I want my life to look like?
Yeah.
And then what are 3 things that I need to do daily to become that person?
Yeah.
To have that life.
Yeah. And I'm a visual person, so I like to write it down or have like some sort of checkbox. So
well, an unwritten goal is just a thought.
It's amazing how many people don't write it down. They're just like, oh no, it's just like, just here.
I mean, okay, it might be there, but I think there's power in putting those words and thoughts down on paper where you can see it and like manifest it.
Right.
You know.
Did you read Atomic Habits?
No, I haven't. I know everybody tells me I should read that.
It's so good. And one of the things that he is always talking about is like, when you have a goal, it has to be visual and it has to be in front of your face all of the time, right? So if you have a goal to run, get yourself your running shoes, put them at the door and trip over them every day. So constantly reminding yourself that like, I'm supposed to be running, right? So that was really helpful. So like, my husband has a goal to read a little bit every day now before he gets on his phone and scrolls. So he puts his book on top of his phone. So he has to read that book before he can get to his phone.
Love it.
So it's like those little tiny things make a huge difference. And I'm like a to-do list. Like, I want to check things. I want to see it visually checked off the box. So I will like write things down and have like my little Bible tracker or just like a note. To
translate that into like the nutrition and fitness space. So if you want to be someone that has, that's hitting your protein goal and getting in more colorful fruits and vegetables, maybe that's going to look like one day a week, you're going to prep your protein and your fruits and veggies. And that might be all you prep, right? So
that's the easiest way to do it, right? Start somewhere.
An option of a grab and go that's already done and working for you. And then as far as like fitness, if you are like, I need to get back into actually making my fitness a priority, let's block out 2 to 3 workouts on your calendar, put it on your phone, your family calendar, whatever, block that time out. It doesn't have to be the same time every week.
And treat it like it's an appointment with a doctor.
Exactly. Treat it like that. And then that you are like, anything else that might come up, like, I'm sorry, I'm not available at that time, because you're going to keep that appointment with yourself. And it doesn't have to be some like 60 or 90 minute workout. 20 minutes is better than nothing. 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, especially if you're going from not doing anything to something, like just do something.
Move. If it's, taking half your lunch break at work to go walk around outside, if it's a nice day, pack in those sneakers, maybe keeping them in your office there so that they're just there and available.
Or always have your gym clothes in your gym bag in the car.
In your car.
In case you pass the gym on your way home and have some extra time.
And you can, do that. So resetting gradually, I guess, is really the focus there. Refocusing on the balance, on your protein, on colorful fruits and veggies, hydration with every meal. One thing I think people tend to struggle with is that they're going to try to make up for lost time. And I think that's a trap we can fall into. Like you try to make up for lost time. So all of a sudden it's going to be, okay, prepping every single meal for the entire week. It's going to be, an hour sweat session, 5 to 6 days a week, like things that are just too much. And you're trying to compensate for what you feel like is lost time.
Right.
And I would say to our listeners, let's reframe our mindset there. Instead of thinking of it as lost time, like when I said earlier, you lived life. You were living, right? So you had a season that you went through where
It's normal. It happens.
Yeah, it's normal. There doesn't
And
need to
it's
be any
healthy.
guilt.
You can't
It's healthy.
always be something all of the time.
Exactly. So you're just you're resetting gradually.
Yeah.
You're adjusting. You're not trying to make up for lost time. You're just going to get back to some of those basics.
Right.
And take it, one day at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, reconnecting with your why, whether that was you just want more energy, you want to be stronger, you want more confidence, you want improved health, not a punishment for something that you did not do over the summer that you feel like you should have.
Right.
Don't should all over yourself.
Yeah. Nice.
Don't should all over yourself. And remember that it's normal for routines to shift.
Yeah.
Focus on one thing. Acknowledge the transition. Acknowledge that you're ready to get back on track and focus on one thing at a time.
Sounds good.
All right.
I think it's doable.
Motivation for
it's a good way to
on track.
Kick back
for
into the season
back
too,
on
right?
in your routine after a little summer hiatus.
Yeah.
So
sounds good.
All right, team, take care. Thanks for spending your time with us. If you found this podcast helpful, we would love for you to share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe on your podcast platform. If you have nutrition or fitness questions you want answered on future episodes, we would love to hear from you. You can submit these questions to our email, thenutritionrevolutionpodcast@gmail.com, and follow us on Instagram @thenutritionrevolutionpodcast.